Blimey. Pretty crazy today. It's another slightly warm day today. This is a great place, man. The world's just brilliant, isn't it, eh? When you've not got a load of idiots coming along, building stuff everywhere. I mean, make the most of these parks while we can, eh? I think we'll go underneath this tree. Could go down there. That's where the down there's where the camel toe brigade normally go, but they would have gone by now. Now over there on that piece of old cricket pitch, not cricket pitch, I think it's an old basketball court or something over there, and sometimes the camel toe brigade is there. I call them the camel toe brigade as if no one bloody knows the modern day stuff what they wear. What do I need to say? Jumps out at you like a blooming sore thumb. Alright, that's enough talking about thumbs and camel toes. Anyway, we've got Savage X. The story goes with this, it was an X. Both chassis rails either side, they were snapped in half. I did have a picture of them being snapped. If I can find it, I'll put it in. Don't know how they both snapped, but they both snapped in half. So the previous owner had put on these. They're either from a 25 or 21 or something. They've all got the same. The only ones that are different are the X's. Now, so everything is Savage X. That's Savage X. Everything is from a Savage X, apart from the chassis rails. These things here. Everything else. Oh, and these wheels. These wheels I bought. These are from a 25 or a 21. These are the original Savage wheels. The Savage X would not have had this tread pattern. It would have had a bit more gay pattern. But these are okay. These are the good ones. So, a couple of videos before this, I got it. Then I got it running, which you missed because I deleted the footage on that one. But we put the wheels on, we put the radio gear in it, we've done everything. Now this is your first time hearing it run, because I accidentally deleted the footage of when I got the engine running. Don't know what engine this is. It's some kind of different engine. Some of you will probably know, in which case comment it. We've got some missing fins, they've snapped off, which is perfectly fine. I've stuck a Hobo air filter on it for now because it didn't have an air filter on it. Stuck a Fly Sky receiver in it and a random hump pack. Here we go. It didn't run brilliant when I did get it going. It ran well. Oh yeah, and I put an exhaust fan on it. It did run well, but I didn't really want to make too much noise because I don't care about Moni Bollocks on the other side, who's just an idiot, but it's the old people on the other side of me next door. They, during the daytime in the week, they go outside, sit in their gardens, relax, and we live in quite a quiet area. So I didn't want to make too much noise, although we get on with them, and they say to me, yeah, just do whatever you want, we don't mind, you know, we were young ones, we done stuff like that. I don't like to take the mickey. So I didn't really run it too much in the garden. So out here though, I can more or less do what I want. So let's get it started and go from there. I can't bloody wait. I don't know about you lot. I just don't know about you lot, but I can't wait. Come on, let's go. I'll tell you what. Oh, it's really nice underneath this tree. Although the sun's gone in now for a brief bit. It was bloody hot earlier. Anyway, where are we? Well, I need a glow starter. We need the signal giver. Oh, we don't need a glove. We'll put the glove back. We need that. Righto, start. I've already pre-filled that tank with a bit of Nitro explosive liquid. It's 25%, but there is a little mixture in the bottom of it of unknown. I don't know what it is. So, and just to please some of you lot, I'm going to prime it with my finger over the exhaust. Alright, oh, and I didn't put a switch on this receiver, on this battery, so for now we're just going to be plugging the battery in straight into that receiver like that, because this radio tray is missing the little bit where the switch would sit and a load of other bits. Someone snapped it off, so but we can no, it doesn't matter to us. It don't matter. Steering, throttle, brakes. I set all the throttle up and the brakes up in the last video, so if you want to know how to set all that up, have a look in the video before this of it. Oh, let's prime it first, just to keep you lot happy. Got to keep you happy. Look for the fuel in that thing if you can see it. Oh, look at that. All right, here we go, Johnny. I hope my glow starter hasn't gone flat on me. Where's the other ones? Oh dear, I only just charged that up. Welly. What have we got going on here? Let's test it. Make sure I glow. I don't know if I've got any spares. Oh dear, Johnny boy. Have we got any spares? Well, that's glowing. That is certainly glowing. So that means our problem is either, well, it's not the glow starter because that, bloody hell, that's hot. Quick, gonna cause a forest fire now. It's not the glow starter either, because that lit that plug up. If it was flat, it wouldn't have lit the plug up. So the problem is nitromethane. Not getting any delivery. So let's take the air purifier off. Come on, you little bastard. There we go. Just jam a little bit of sandwich filler. Oh, far too much. Oh, perfect. Open up the throttle. We'll use this one again. Let's see if it will run. Not always, and I'm going to speak too soon now and drinks it, but not always, but sometimes you've got to sit down because otherwise your bloody knees get acorns in them. God, what the bloody hell is that? Look. Anyway, not always, but sometimes, if you've got a bit of jelly built up in that carburetor, if you can get it to run, if you can just get it to run, it'll suck that bit of jelly in, burn it off, and then you can, well, yeah, and then you can just run it. Not always though. Not if it's really badly blocked. Or if it's blocked with something other than jelly. It might be a bit more stubborn. Roto starts are a bloody pain. They're handy because they're easier, but they're a pain. Oh, you're joking. I think we've got a slipping slipper cluster. Huh. Oh, that ain't good, is it? Ah. You're having a laugh, Johnny boy. Ah. You're having a laugh, eh? What's this all about then? Let's see. I need to get, I'll tell you what I need. I need to put in my toolbox a little spanner. What's happened here? a little spanner for this slipper clutch. I don't even think it's got a bloody clutch pad in it. Oh. What the bloody hell's going on here? Oh, I don't know. Eh? Well, that's done up. That's done up as tight as I can get it. Alright. Alright. Well, that was a wasted journey because I haven't got... I haven't got the right here. Well, I kind of have, but I know what I need. I need to put in a what is it? I think it's a 6, not 6, is it? So it might be an 8mm spanner in there for that nut. Because using a pair of pliers is far from ideal. I don't reckon there's any slipper pad in there. Either that or it's missing the little bit of the little friction material. So that means this was a wasted journey. Perfect. Gonna have to go home and inspect that. I should have inspected it before. I didn't have any reason to suspect. Anyway, let's I think I'm gonna, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go and get an ice cream. Ah, I am. Bloody well am. Oh mate. And then just sit around here, soak it all in, enjoy it while I can. Because you never know. An acorn might fall out of this tree, knock me on the bonce. No, I won't be able to enjoy it anymore at all. Anyway, I'll see you back on the bench in a bit. Alright, so let's have a look to see what the matter is with this. That was unexpected yesterday. I didn't expect that at all. I don't think, let's place our bets right now. I don't think that there's even, look at that now, that's spinning like that. I don't think, and that nut's up tight, I don't think there's a pad under there, and I don't, like a slipper pad, and I don't think there's even the little friction plate there either. I reckon that's just spur onto that, whatever that thing's called. But let's find out. There's only one way to find out, and that is to take it apart. And that's exactly what we're going to do. But that means, well, it depends on the size of that. Probably going to have to take the engine out. So we'll do that as well. You know what I've noticed of late? Well, it's not really. It's become an issue, really. There's so many videos out there now that are using this silly little AI voice. Have you come across them? Come on, you bastard. Have you come across them? I mean, we like to, me and my daughter, we like astronomy and all that kind of stuff, so we often have a look for some astronomy videos and all that kind of stuff, and they've been massively taken over. Oh, that chassis plates a bit. They've been massively taken over by the AI voiceover, and I just can't, we just can't get our heads around it. I mean, why don't they just pay a voice actor to do their voiceover if they haven't got the voice themselves that they want to use? It just doesn't make any sense to us. And they make the video like unwatchable. But there's loads of videos out there now, all becoming like that, and it's strange. We just can't get. We don't watch them. If we click on a video, or if we go to watch something, and it's got a little AI voice, even the ones that are supposed to sound realistic, they don't, do they? So we don't watch them. We just go away, do something else. And if television becomes like that at any point, the whole lot's going to be completely ruined. You're not going to be able to watch TV or anything. Yeah, it's a strange world that we're living in at the moment. There's a lot of strange things happening. humanity's pretty much getting rid of itself in the quest of laziness. Let's just be lazy and do less. Oh, hold on a minute. Is that going to affect us? No, of course not. The less we do, the better. Oh, that's all right then. We'll just do less, and yeah, before we know it, we won't have a need. We won't be here. Humanity will be no more. Oh, got to undo that. Let's get a pair of long-nose pliers. Why do we need long-nose pliers, Johnny boy? Well, I'll tell you. Will you tell us? Yes, I'll tell you. Well, I don't want to be told. Okay, I won't tell you why you need long-nose pliers. Thank you very much. I told you I didn't want to be told, and you didn't tell me, so thank you. Let's undo this. Now, we can use... Now we've got the engine out of the way, we can either... We can't use an air filter. We don't need to use one of those. But we can use one of these little spongers on here like that. Or you can go and get yourself a proper spanner. It's entirely up to you. But the only problem is, now, because that's spinning, that doesn't really work. So, go and get a pair of pliers, and while I'm in, I'm going to get a spanner. Because it's sometimes easier with a spanner like that, with an actual proper spanner. And we need a pair of pliers like that, or we can use a screw-in driver. We'll see. We'll use the pliers first, and I'm doing this cack-handedly because that's the way I roll. That's just the way I roll, yeah. Someone's had to go at this before because there's screwdriver marks on there, so this has been an issue. That's probably why there's no. Well, I'm betting there's no slipper pad in there, and probably no friction plate. But we'll find out. Let's undo this nut. Get the spring off. Here we go, nut, and then we go spring. Spring-a-ding-ding-ding. What are we going to find? What are we going to find, Johnny? Even Johnny don't know. Johnny don't know. If Johnny don't know, no one knows. Come on. That's it. Oh, there goes that little washer. Hello, little washer. Come on. Come on. What's the matter with it? I think it's gay or something. I don't know. Could be anything. Could be loads of things. Oh, there's a... Oh, I can see. Oh, there is. Well, I was very wrong. I was very wrong. There is a slipper pad in there. It's not got the best... What's it on it? The best... There's also a friction plate. It's slippery, though. It's shiny and slippery. Now, you see, when things need to grip together, slippery and... Even that is slippery and shiny. So that indicates that this has been worn out. So really what we need to do is replace this slipper pad, which you can do. Let me see if I've got a spur gear, which would be adequate for this application. That one, do we think this one's going to be adequate for the application? Possibly, it would work quite well. Problem being with it is, it's got no teeth left. So I don't know why I've kept that one. This one, well, that's a very nice 47 tooth. Oh, there's no slipper pad on there. We'll have to see if I... So that's a possible contender, that one. This one here, got no bushing in the middle. Did that one? That one had a bushing. This one's got no bushing, but it has a slipper pad. Okay, so that's also a possible... That's a metal one, which I'm saving for my Savage SS when I eventually get around to actually doing anything and putting anything on my own cars. This one coming off of a HPI Rush Evo, so it's going to be no good to use on a Savage. And for some reason, it's got no teeth left. Why did I keep that? I don't know, but I'm going to put it back on the shelf just for fun. So we've got a couple of options here now. This one's a 49 tooth. This one's a 47 tooth. That's also a 47 tooth. Do I care about how many teeth are included? No, I don't care in the foggiest. So we've got a couple of options what we could do here. We could bin this whole spur off. We could peel off this pad, put a new one on. I probably got some in some drawers. Trouble is, I put things in places, forget where they are, spend 6 hours looking for them, and then, well, it's just a waste of time. So I'm probably not going to do that. Or what we could do, we could rough this up with a bit of sandpaper or something else. Probably sandpaper's the best. Rough it right up. And then we get this. See, this is all shiny. I don't know if this is brand new or what. It just doesn't feel oily or anything. It's just shiny. Now, for a friction plate, you don't really want shiny. You want a bit rough, because then that gives a surface. See that? Look at that. Look, that just... I'm holding on that. That's just slipping around in there. I'm pushing on that as hard as I can, and it's still just slipping around like mad. That's never going to work. So we want it to be rough for them to grip together. Let me have a little ponder of what I'm going to do, because I could bash out, well, I'll do it with this bad one. I'll push out that bushing and install it into this one, and then we can use this friction plate, this spur, which is 47 teeths, which is slippery, but that grips on there a lot better. That's actually, I know it's moving around, but it's gripping on there a lot better than it did the other one. So we'll rough this up a little bit. I think this is going to be binned off. I'll keep the spur because it's a good spur. But the prop plate on the back. So I'm going to push out this bushing. Stick it into this one. We'll have a 47 tooths. Do I care? No, is the answer. I keep telling you that. Stop asking me, do I care? Because I simply don't care. And then we'll go from there. I might be able to push this out right in front of your very eyes. If not, I'll have to go over to the vise and use the vise, because sometimes these can be tricky. These are pushed in, but sometimes you can get a screwdriver in there at an angle, stab your hand and your fingers, bleed all over the place, but at least you've got the bushing out. In this case, that's not going to work. So I'll be back in an Ask Jeeves. I done this, then I thought to myself, I probably should show you what I did. So I got this. It's not a screwdriver. It's like a needle. I don't know what it's for, but I use it for picking at things. It's probably just a pick. I don't really know. Had it for donkey's years. Anyway, I put it in the back side of it there, and I put this in the vise, and then I just had it like that in the vise, and then I hammered a little bit with a little hammer on the end of this, and then that went through, and it took with it the bush. So here's the bush. That's the bushing, slightly damaged, but that's alright. There's the bushing. There's the old spur, still perfectly usable. So if I need to use this spur again, I can just put another bush in there. I'll have to peel off that old friction plate, but we'll deal with that another day, because that's what we do. We don't think about ourselves in the future. That's the key. Never think about yourself in the future. It's not the key. Always think about yourself in the future. Now, in order to put this bush in there, what I'm going to do is just going to go and put it in the vise like that, and use the vise as a press, and there we go. There we go. And just for good measure, I'm just going to rough up this surface of this friction plate a little bit with a bit of sandpaper. Just roughing it up just for extra good measure, because it needs to be, it's like little, so that it all can just grip together. If it's shiny and smooth, it's never going to grip as well. There we go. That's going to be fine now. I'm pretty sure of that. Just to be extra doubly sure, a little bit of brake cleaner. Put a little bit of brake cleaner on there, just to get any oil or anything off. Oil from my fingers, oil in general, just to get all of that off. And then we put that on there, on those little pins. Sometimes it's easier to tip it up on its front. Anyway, that's not the one we're using. This is the one we're using. The bushing's pressed in there nicely with a vise. And then we need to get our washer. So we put that on there. Keep that pushed on tight once you've done it, because you don't want the friction plate to come off. and then move away from its little pins. Put that on there, spring, and then the nut, and then you get your spanner. Doesn't matter what you're using. Sometimes I'll use that little 4-way spanner, but because this tank's in the nitro tank's in the way, I'm just going to use this ordinary spanner. And then we're going to do this nut up as tight as it will go, because we don't want that slipper clutch slipping. There's no point in having a slipper clutch if you've got a centrifugal clutch. I don't know why they put them on, but they do. Well, it's because they want to save the gearboxes or whatever they want to do, but there's no point in having them if you've already got a centrifugal clutch. But anyway, let's put that on there like that. Nice and tight. To be doubly sure, that we've got it as tight as we can get it, I'm going to hold it with a pair of pliers very cock-handedly, because again I'm doing it with the wrong hand for me, and that's never going to work, is it? Come on. There we go. That's tight now. That's certainly tight in there now. When you're doing those nuts up, you want to get them tight, yeah, so the spring's tight, everything's tight in there. This spur gear is locked on to that, whatever you want to call that thing there. The friction plate and the slipper pad are not doing anything apart from gripping against each other, constantly engaged. That way, well, it's just going to have no slippage. You're going to be getting full power from your engine. Your centrifugal clutch on your engine there, in that bell end, that centrifugal clutch is going to be taking up any of the stress and strain, because that's what it does. That's the best way to do it. Now, so that we've got no slippage. I'm doing that. That's trying to turn the wheels, but I'm not letting the wheels go because I'm holding the truck. But that, hopefully, is going to be the remedy to our issues. Alright, that's that all back together then. One little thing I've just quickly done before I put the throttle back on was I put a band around that carb there, and that being, if this linkage here, I can't bloody get to, if that was to pop off that little board, because that's where it lives and that pulls the throttle, if that was to pop off ordinarily, it doesn't matter if you've got a fail safe or whatever, the throttle's not connected, so that means that this throttle could potentially be left at any point open, wide open, half, whatever, and you won't have any control over the throttle. You will have brakes, but the engine will still be trying to go. So if you just put a band, it can be an elastic band, a hair band, any sort of band, you can get actual throttle springs as well, but they cost money. So if you're able to nick a hairband off the missus or off a daughter or somebody, just put a hairband around there, or an elastic band. Nick it, go ask the postman for an elastic band, right? And then you put it around there like that, and that way it pulls it back again. Look, full, wide open, closed, open, closed, open, closed, open, closed. Happy days. Couldn't ask for more than that. One other little thing that I had noticed that I'm going to remedy now, hopefully, is that now that we've got the 47 tooth spur on here, we've had to tighten the mesh up a little bit, so we've had to move the engine over towards the nitro tank. Well, that now means that the throttle hits on the tank and we don't quite get full throttle. So, it doesn't help that this is not the right engine for a Savage. Now, that's not a bad thing. It just means it's a different engine, so things are going to be in different places. It doesn't help that they're probably not supposed to run a 47 tooth, but it doesn't matter what you run. You can run whatever you want to run. You come across problems, you mend them. So, what I'm going to do, remove this tank briefly so that I can get to that bolt, and then we should be able to twist this carb a little bit, and hopefully it will miss the edge of that tank, and it should all still work as it should. Let's try it and see what happens. I reckon we've got a pretty good chance of this working, so let's take this take these R-clips off. I like this about the Savage is that the tank's held in with a couple of R-clips. Very easy to remove. And you can just do that. A lot of other cars you have to undo bolts and screws and stuff, and no one wants to be messing around with those. So now we can get to this little bolt, which I've got the wrong sized Allen key for. My giddy aunt, what are you doing to me? Now we get that one, which doesn't really fit, but we'll undo that with that anyway. Now we should be able to just twist this carburetor around a little bit. We might have to give it a little bit of quite a lot of persuasion. Sometimes they get a little bit stuck in there. Sometimes you've got to heat them up, you've got to do all sorts to get them to move. It's probably been in there for... There we go. Right. Now it's moved. Too much. Right. Now it's loose and you can't see a bloody dicky bird. Bloody why I always do this. Right, is that better for you? It's bloody awkward for me having the camera this side of things, but as long as you can see what I'm doing, that's all that matters. I need a bench really where I can stand on the other side of it. Doesn't matter, we make do with what we've got in this day and age. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. So now we've got this loose, let's see. We can twist this carburetor now. Obviously I don't want to twist it too much because then the little... that thing there needs to go on there like that and stay on there. So let's reintroduce our nitro tank. Put that on there. That's where it sits. Right, and now we can see full throttle. Please, come on. There we go. Right, that is full throttle now. Still not quite open enough. So let's twist this carb a little bit more. There we go. Bit too much. Just want it just so just misses that tank. Right. In fact, where's the transmitter for it? No, I can't be bothered with that. I can't be bothered going to get that and turning it all on. Let's just do it by hand. Right. So that's now closed. That is fully open now. And I don't know whether you can see. I'll try and zoom in. I know some of you are going to say, what happens if it catches on the tank? You'll be left wide open. Possibly. But we live life on the edge. That's the key. Live it on the edge. Right. Fully closed. Tick over. That seems to be working properly. Yeah. Nothing's getting hit. Nothing's hitting on the bed, on the spur nut. And we're not hitting that tank. That tank's obviously had a few things hit it in the past because it's a little bit... what's it? That can move around, but it's not catching on anything. So it doesn't catch it at all. So that's good. I think we'll have that there. That's where we'll do it. So we're going to do that. Do this little bolt back up again. This is the bolt that holds the carburetor on, but also it stops it from moving around, stops it having air leaks, does all kinds of things. You want to do that up reasonably tight, but not too tight, because you can warp it and you can strip it and you can do all kinds of things. At least now we've got a functioning throttle which goes all the way. See, that's the thing, sometimes when you do modifications such as what we've done here, the engine was already a modification that was on it. That was already there when I got my hands on this, but then I put on a 47 tooths Spagear. Now we've had to do a little bit more modifications, but that's alright. That's what we're here to do. We're here to love life. Let's stick this. I haven't got an air filter for it, so I'm using this Hobo air filter. Excuse me. Oh, a bit of a sneeze there. Oh, that was all about. Well, I do know what that was all about. Must have had something up my nose, but there we go. Probably another fly. Bloody flies everywhere. Right. Let's stick that over there. Like that. We'll sort that out later on. Bye. Let's give this another go. I've sat here for a little while. Let all the dog walkers go. They're all around the other side. The only problem being now, got some children in the corner there from a nursery, but they're alright. I'm sure we won't have to worry about those. It's a nice breezy day today. Hardly any, well, I say hardly any, there's a little bit of sun, but it's quite nice. That's the only thing though. when it's not so hot. When it's hot, it works in my favour. Less people come out. When it's not so hot, more people are out walking their dogs and whatever else. But I'm a little bit earlier than usual anyway. So people are getting their dog walks out of the way and all that kind of stuff. Right, let's give this another go then. One Savage X. Second time here we are in this video anyway. Last time, well obviously you know, because it's in the same bloody video. What am I talking about? But you know what happened last time. You know what happened. We've mended the slipper clutch now. Let's plug in that. Right. Let's hope nothing else goes doolally. Put this together and carry on with life. I had to go down the post office on the way here. Went down the post office to post off a couple of parcels, a few things, a couple of Nitro cars and that. And I posted off another random parcel to someone. So if you've done any dealings with me in the past and I've still got your address, you may well receive a little parcel in the next couple of days. Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, well, that's what I was going to say. Bloody hell. The whole topic was, you wouldn't believe how many people. There's a car park, right? Little car park. It's a little village post office, yeah? There's like a little town centre there. Like the post office, a couple of cafes, there's an Iceland and some rubbish like that, you know. Little town centre, little car park to the side, a few parking spaces. The amount of people that come in there, straight in. The arrows is one way, yeah. You just drive around, look for a parking space, drive in and out. It's all one way and then you go out. Or there is an arrow, if you want to go round again, you can go round again. But no, round the wrong way. Why don't people just respect things? I don't understand. Why do they have to go so fast? And why do they have to go the wrong way? It's not hard, is it? But they'd rather just go straight down, ignore all the arrows and the signs saying go that way. They just go straight. I know, I just can't understand. I sat there for about 3 or 4 minutes, probably, just watching these people come in, going the wrong way. And then people that were going the correct way, obviously, because it's only like, you can only fit one car down it because it's one way. People come in the correct way, then in the way of the people going the wrong way, and then they're arguing with each other, and I'm just thinking, get out of the way, you're a cock, you went down the wrong bloody way. I don't know. That's just me. Anyway, let's get this fired up and see what happens now we've got a new slipper. Well, we've got a whole new spur gear. I don't understand, and I'll go on about it, and I will keep going on about it, because I don't understand certain people in this world. You know what I mean? It's just mad. But there's people about like, I will not be told what to do. I don't like the idea of going that way. It's too difficult. It's longer. Other bollocks like that. Do you know what I mean? And it's no good, Johnny boy. Let's use this glow star today. Now, we didn't get as far as doing anything last time. We didn't get as far as doing any kind of tuning. It slipped literally straight away, didn't it? As you would have seen, because it's in the same video. I don't see any fuelage. It's definitely coming out there now. Seems to be going in there now. Let's see what happens. Johnny boy, what's going on? Either that glow starter's gone flat overnight, or we've got another issue. We'll find out. Just don't worry. That glow starter's gone flat. No dogs? Nope, no dogs. Oh, that's much better. Oh, that is much better. Very rich. Very rich. Extremely rich. Needs to warm up a little bit though. Brakes are good. Mesh is a bit tight. I'll have to sort that out. That's full throttle, that is. Yes, that's very rich. Half throttle. We'll soon sort that out. We'll get the screwdriver out and we'll lean that out a bit. Warm it up a little bit. That's flat out. That's full throttle. Full throttle there, dude. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's go and get it. Let's go and get it and see what we got going on. Eh? What have we got going on? That's running great though. I'm happy with that. Really happy with that so far. We'll do a little bit of adjustment. It's lovely weather for Nitro today. The wind is a bit annoying. But other than that, lovely weather there, Johnny boy. Let's get a screwdriver and let's turn that eye speed in. We'll turn it in a bit more than the gnats. We'll turn it in a couple of gnats cocks, probably 2 or 3 gnats cocks. Put them together and that's how much we turn it in. Put the old glow starter in now. Might have to turn the tick over up, but as we lean it, the tick over will rise anyway because there's less fuel. Holy moly, that's a bit fast. It's going to fly now. It's going to be like a rocket. Or not. Or not there, Johnny boy. Let's turn in that screw for the ticking over. Don't know if that's going to be too much, not enough. A little bit enough, half enough, 3/4 enough. I don't know. Ah dear, let's run it. Let's just run it before we start worrying about tick overs. Holy moly! That's got some speed to it now. Second gear. Hit second gear. Listen. That flies in second. That's a rocket. Man, that is bloody good. I like that. Absolutely flies in second, that does. That's a cracking engine. What a lovely car. That is amazing. Yes, that is nothing but a dream. You know when I say to you lot, that's a dream, where would you rather be? That's a true dream. That is a true dream right there. Didn't even have to do a lot to it. Absolute beast. Is it going to tick over now? It's a bit high, but we can sort that out. The fact of the matter is, it is running. It's a bit funny, but it's running. Ah, all right. All of a sudden, it got too much fuel. That noise that it made, that's a sign that it got too much fuel then. When it went, that's a sign. Too much all of a sudden. I don't know why that was. We're going to slacken these brakes off a little bit because the brakes are dragging a little bit. That's it. Now they're not. But they're still good enough. but they're not dragging anymore. Right, we've got to try and, I keep getting fooled. I keep going to pick up the bloody handle, and I keep forgetting there's not one there. Now, that could be because the low speed is too rich. So we're going to lean the low speed out a little bit, take a little bit away from that, and we'll see if that fixes that tick over problem. The carburetor's a balancing act, really. A bit strange, that is, a bit strange. You cock. Put the glow starter in. Why didn't you say anything? Why did no one say anything to me? Put the glow starter in. Let's turn this in another bit. We've got to get a baseline so we know where we are. And then we can move from there. Holy mother of Nazareth, that is serious. That's got some... serious power. Had no brakes though for a moment, so turn those back a little bit. Now I don't know, well, I got some inklings as to why that tick over problem is. Just a small, I'll turn that out another bit. I'm going to play around with this. This aim of this isn't to tune it at all and do any kind of, I just want to see what it was like, make sure the gearbox and the diffs and the engine itself was adequate, you know. Tick over is way too high, but I want that on purpose. That's got some power. Yeah, right, now we've got a really high tick over, but I want to see if it's going to conk out. That's tick over, that is. Is it going to conk out? Not yet. So if I turn this in, I reckon we've got a bit of a blockage in one of those jets and we've just dislodged it a little bit. Did you hear that change in the note? Now some of you are going to say that it was lean. I don't think that was lean at all. That was an issue there. Not happy on the low end. I think the carburetor's probably got a bit of an issue. I think the clutch is grabbing when it shouldn't be. I think one of the clutch springs is a bit weak. If there's even one there. We'll get it. We'll get it. Well, we won't get it if there's a problem with it, but we'll try. You can tell by the shuddering, clutch is not working properly. can tell by the clutch, by the way it's juddering, the clutch is grabbing when it shouldn't be. So one of the springs is weak. Oh, far too rich now. Yeah, but overall we can see that the car itself is good. The engine's a good engine, it appears to be at the very least. But there may be an issue with that carburetor, which will be easy to mend. No problem. Might just need new seals, a couple of new O-rings or whatever. I tell you what, my friends, I tell you what. I'll tell you one thing. The pressure today is unbelievable. When I woke up this morning, my head was so heavy, I could barely lift it off the bloody pillow. And I'm so pressure, man. Jesus, we're not supposed to have any rainstorms or anything, but you can feel it pushing in on you. It's a serious amount of pressure today, and you can't even see me. Look at that. Yeah, it's mad. Having to sort of, not struggle, but it's an effort to do anything today. It's an effort to move. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to do anything today. I had to go to the post office and do all sorts. I was like, oh, I don't want to do anything. I just want to go to sleep. Trying to fire. Huh. Well, that's strange. Unless this glow starter has gone flat. I'm running out of time, so let's just do a quick little test. See if the glow plug and the glow starter are working. Holy cow, muzzle. That's hot. I'm gonna put that down. Why am I holding it when it's hot? I don't know. Manuel taught me a lesson once, and so did Mavis. They said to me, don't be silly. Ah, okay. Either, got one or two situations here. The glow starter's had it, or gone flat, sorry, or the glow plug has had it. I haven't got any spare plugs with me. Well, I have, probably, but I'm running out of time. So I'm not gonna mess around changing plugs. We accomplished what we set out to do, which was to try the diffs, the gearbox, the engine, and we come to the conclusion that all of those are absolutely cracking. Everything. It all works a mint. Weirdly, the engine's cracking. There's nothing wrong with that. There may be an issue with the carburetor. But I'm not too worried about that at this stage. The next step is to get an air filter for it, because this isn't the air filter for it. I need this air filter, it's for something else. Yeah, get an air filter for it. I might take that carb off, give it a bit of a blowout with some air and a bit of carb cleaner, give the carburetor a clean, there's only two O-rings, there's one on the low end, one on the high end. Make sure they're all right. But I've got no doubts that the rest of the car, including that engine, whatever that is, if you know what that engine is, let me know in the comments, because I ain't got a clue. But everything's perfect. It all runs fine. Those tyres and wheels were a good purchase of mine. I'm pleased with that. And I'm bloody happy now that this grass has worn off the blooming tyre shine that was on it, because that was getting everywhere. Every time I touched them, everything got slimy all up my arms, everywhere. Slimy. Yeah, I don't know why people put that on there, but they do because they want to sell them. So, happy days. Well, my friends, I'm out of here now. It's been a cracking day. Well, it's been a cracking couple of days, actually. When did I come out here with this when it broke? I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. So it took over 2 days. We broke it once. We come to test drive it. Well, I think it was already broken. We found a problem with it. We mended it, and now we've come out and we've test driven it, and it's mint. Now the glow plug's given up, but that's all right. We can sort out the rest of the stuff another day. Thanks for watching. Put in the comments if where you live, no one ever respects things like car parks and all that kind of stuff. Speeding around in them, going the wrong way and not following arrows and parking dodgily and doing all that kind of stuff. Look, Yeah, I'll probably come across as some moany bastard, but really I just go about life looking at things and I think to myself, I just think to myself, look, things are okay for a reason, you know, they're there and things are working. Why do people have to do different things and think that, why can't they just follow arrows, you know? One-way systems in car parks works, because otherwise people are driving everywhere doing chaotic things because nobody thinks. Nobody thinks for themselves. No, that doesn't make sense. Everybody thinks for themselves, nobody thinks for others. That's better, that makes sense. Yeah, everyone's out for themselves these days, which is unfortunate, very unfortunate. I don't see anybody hold the doors open for people anymore either. I'm always holding doors open for people. I don't see anyone else do it. Weird, eh? Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you fancy it, because I'd really appreciate it if you did, because it helps me out and I might reach my goal of 100,000 subscribers. You never know. See you later. Take care. All the best.